Hey everybody, welcome to F This Game, the show where we decide whether to F this game or say, dude, F this game. I'm your host, Jonnie. This is so much. Recently, Spence and I acquired an Oculus Quest for use on our show. There's plenty of great virtual reality content coming to you soon. But first, I thought it might be interesting to do a bit of a breakdown of our setup. Assuredly, the fine people at Facebook and Oculus respectively have made a pretty amazing device here. But fresh out of the packaging, it's just shy of perfect. We're going to give you fine hobbyists and enthusiasts at home a tour of our mods and accessories and what you can do to get the most out of your shiny new toy. The Quest is the newest mobile VR headset from Oculus, the same people who brought you the Rift, Rift S, and the Go. Much like the Oculus Go, everything is contained right within the headset. There's no need for any cumbersome and expensive room sensors. You don't need to be tethered to a high-powered gaming PC. Basically, it's its own self-contained, high-end gaming console and entertainment setup. Much like its PC brethren, the Oculus Quest employs the use of two Oculus Touch controllers. This allows better hand, grip, and finger simulation within your games, unlike the single wand-like peripheral for the Oculus Go. The Quest also utilizes 6 degrees of freedom technology, as opposed to the 3 degrees of freedom used by the Oculus Go. That means you can bob and weave every which way within your games to get the most immersive experience possible. As you can see, I own an Oculus Go, and in a vacuum, it's a pretty neat little device. It provides all the conveniences and comforts of mobile VR without needing to slot your cell phone into the front of it. It's also really good for some rudimentary games, and it's excellent for watching TV, movies, Netflix, what have you. All in all though, the Go just can't compete with the Quest. The Quest can do everything that the Go can do and much more. It really is the perfect middle ground between consumer, mobile VR, and something much closer to the caliber of games you'd expect from a PC experience. But, as I said, the Quest isn't perfect. There are a few middling complaints with the product right out of the box, which we'll be providing some quick fixes and accessories to help you fix. We'll be providing links to all the products we talk about in this video in the description below. We're not supported or endorsed by any of the companies we're about to advertise, but we'd like to be. The first essential for any Oculus Quest owner is going to be a sturdy carrying case. Ours is the Esimen Fashion Travel Case. I found this on Amazon after being a little antsy waiting for the official one provided by Oculus to get back in stock, and for once my impatience served me well. I couldn't possibly be happier with this thing. The Esimen case has a molded interior to perfectly fit your Oculus and all of its peripherals. It's also surprisingly dense. I'm pretty sure that the almighty thunder god Zeus could run the train on this thing, and I wouldn't have to worry about anything inside getting broken. It's also advertised as being waterproof. There are plenty of extra pockets inside for fitting more batteries, the glasses spacer, everything, even with all of our mods and peripherals, still sits in there very snugly. Look! It's even got a cute little seatbelt to hold the controllers in. Look at that cute little seatbelt. It even comes with a complimentary shoulder strap, a Velcro ribbon to hold your PowerCore together, and, most importantly, a foam lens pad to protect your lenses when you're not using the device. Even a little bit of direct natural sunlight can harm the lenses of your Quest, which is why I put the foam pad in every time I'm not using it. Now, sometimes the foam pad can trigger the sensor on the inside of the headset, and it'll turn on inside the case, which can drain your battery very quickly. An easy fix for this though, just go into the settings menu and turn off the auto wake function. Next up is a solution for perhaps the Quest's biggest problem, its battery life. Now don't get me wrong, the fact that we have a mobile VR headset that can even get 2 to 3 hours of battery life with the caliber of graphics it can do is nothing short of amazing. But after you're done making those concessions, eventually you're going to want something a little bit stronger. Hell, your Quest might run out of battery life, or you might need to plug it in just while watching a pretty lengthy movie on Netflix or in an app like Skybox VR. Oculus, by the way, does not recommend charging and using your headset at the same time. I'm a big fan of the Anker PowerCore 1000 PD, the same battery pack that's recommended by Mike of Virtual Reality Oasis. fits right on the back of the head strap with just a little bit of Velcro, and provides a nice counterweight to the very, admittedly, front-heavy headset. On a full charge, I can sometimes get an extra 3-4 hours out of this thing, on top of the built-in battery life of the Quest itself. As I said, Oculus does not recommend charging and using the headset at the same time. However, in my experience, I've never had a problem with it. Now, if that's not quite enough juice for you, optionally, you might want to go with a bigger battery, something that holds a little more of a charge. That's up to you, but just bear in mind, if you do that, you might be sacrificing a little bit of the form factor, a little bit of the ease of putting it on the back of the head. Other batteries can be bigger, heavier, more cumbersome. Now we come to a product that most experts will tell you is essential for your VR experience: VR cover. These guys make foam pads to replace the one that comes on the Oculus. Admittedly, they make great products. I have one of them on my Oculus Go, and it definitely improves the comfort of wearing the headset for long periods of time. The Quest version is very similar, albeit with the required addition of a new facial interface. Just gently remove the stock facial interface that comes on the Quest, replace it with VR Cover's one, and then attach your new foam pad via the included Velcro. For some reason, Velcro seems to be a big thing with this device. At $29.99 plus shipping, it's a little pricier than I'd like, but I can't deny that it makes a marked difference in the feel of the device on your face and playing for long extended sessions. As an added bonus, the VR cover also helps prevent light leak from an imperfect seal of the device on your face, which can provide a more immersive experience overall. They even provide a second face pad with a different thickness level to find the best fit for you. I'm a fan of VR cover, but it's worth noting that they're located in Bangkok. This took just over a month to get to me, per their website stating that it would ship in mid-September. Now, I'm not knocking them for being a small company. I was pleasantly surprised to receive it earlier than I expected. Unfortunately, God Emperor Bezos has just gotten me used to 2-day shipping, so it was a bit of a slog waiting for it. There's also the possibility that you might incur extra charges once the item clears customs. I live in the US, so personally this was not a problem for me, but buyer beware. Now, I know there are other companies out there that are providing similar solutions to the comfort of the Quest on your face, but none of them have the glowing reviews that VR Cover does. Ultimately, it's up to you to decide whether you think the price point and the potential wait time are worth it in the end. Personally, I do. But I'm not you. That'd be weird if I was you, because then you wouldn't be watching this video. You would have the knowledge already. But what if I was you? What if you did already have the knowledge? What if there was someone out there who I was so similar to that just by having a thought, they would already have the knowledge in their heads?
How do I taste knowledge?
Next, we have my preferred solution for the Quest's audio problem. Now, a lot of people don't like that the Quest has built-in sound that travels down the side straps of the device and beams it sort of in the area of your temples. It's definitely a little tinny sounding and lacking in the bass that you would want from a game like Beat Saber, for example. But I think it's better than having no speaker function at all. But if you want to get the most out of your device's sound output, you're gonna want a little bit of an augment. I'm a big fan of these SpectraShell OQ9 earbuds. They're each wired for separate ears, so you can plug one into each of the Quest's headphone ports. I really like the short cord profile, and they provide a surprisingly decent level of sound and bass. And yes, they do provide the 3D sound that you expect with a full surround VR experience. Whenever you turn your head one way, you'll hear sound coming out of this ear. When you turn your head the other way, it'll come out of this ear. A lot of reviewers have also noted that these are at least as good as the earbuds offered by Oculus, and at a much cheaper price point. They also come with a bunch of interchangeable earpieces, just in case you're one of those people that earbuds generally feel uncomfortable to. I'm personally not one of those people, so the stock ones that came on the earbuds were just fine for me, but your mileage may vary. Lastly, we have what I consider the most optional of the Quest accessories, MagSafe adapters. A lot of noise was made when the Go came out about the potential vulnerability of its single USB-C entry port. People were worried that constant use of the port through syncing data, powering the device, sideloading apps would eventually compromise the port, and you would have no choice but to get a brand new headset. The Quest also uses a single USB-C port, and it seems to be designed in the same way. However, I haven't heard a lot of people complaining about the potential vulnerability of this port. Nonetheless, as a prophylactic measure, I thought it might be a good idea to get some of these MagSafe adapters. These are really nifty. They were made popular by MacBook computers. You plug this end into a USB-C port, and it immediately turns it into a MagSafe port. You then use the included connector, and it just magnetizes in place. Now, whenever you yank the cord, rather than risking damage to the port that you're yanking, the cord will just come out harmlessly. These specific connectors have a blue LED that turns on once something is connected to it, and they happen to be fast enough for powering and data transfer. All that said, it's a great idea on paper, but I eventually stopped using these. Maybe I just got a bad batch, maybe there are better adapters out there, but it seems to me that the magnet built inside is just a little too weak. I would always yank out the cord unintentionally, whether I was transferring new media to my device, trying to charge it through the backup battery. Oftentimes I would accidentally yank out the cord and wouldn't realize it until it became an inconvenience, like I was low on battery. Now, maybe I'm the exact kind of user that these things were designed for, but I just feel like with a stronger magnetic connection, it would have served me better. That's why I can't wholeheartedly recommend them, as I'm usually pretty gentle with my electronics, so I'm not too worried about wearing out the ports on my device. If it's a concern for you, they're cheap, they're easy, feel free to get them. Well, that about does it for our grand tour.
Step into the grand tour. Step into the grand tour.
Of our Oculus Quest mods. So far, we're really happy with the Quest, and we can't wait to play some games on it for the channel. Optionally, there are a few other little odds and ends you could pick up for it if you're so inclined. If your PC doesn't have a USB-C port, you're going to need a USB-C to USB cable if you plan to sideload or put movies on your device. I've never had great luck with rechargeable AA batteries, so I usually keep a few spares for the touch controllers in the carrying case, along with a handful of alcohol wipes designed for cleaning glasses. The ones I got are anti-fog, which are nice if you're like me and have to adjust the hell out of the headset to keep from fogging up your lenses with your own nose breath. The wipes are also good for cleaning your VR covers after a particularly sweaty session, or if you're going to be passing it back and forth between different users. Speaking of which, a Chromecast is a great, inexpensive, multi-use device for looking at pictures, videos, listening to music, or watching streaming services. Best of all, it can cast footage from your Quest to a TV or monitor in case you want to showcase the thing at a party or similar gathering. You could also go for some wrist weights for use during particularly grueling sessions of Beat Saber if you want to really get a workout. I've also heard great things about the Mammut touch grips for the Oculus Touch controllers. They're textured and they allow you to open and close your hands while playing without dropping the controllers, which is a really nice feature. However, I don't find them very aesthetically pleasing. Maybe they look better in person. Maybe it's worth it for the utility that they provide. If you're a fan of them and you think we should get them, sound off in the comments below, and let us know about any other Oculus accessories that you think might make a difference in our quality of life while playing. And be sure to let us know what VR games you'd like to see us play in the future. I'm Jonnie Edelson, and I can't wait to fuck some games, preferably alongside Spence, whom I love and miss with all my heart.
I've been right behind the camera the whole time, you damn moron.